Hello and welcome to another video from Midas Touch Toys, Games and Collectibles. And today we are looking at a 2015 release by Vivid Imaginations from their Thunderbirds Go series of miniature die-cast models. And these particular sets we're looking at are from the Collector's Edition series. And this particular set we're looking at today contains Thunderbird 1, Thunderbird 2 and Thunderbird 3. And these were all released in conjunction with the Thunderbirds Go animated television series returning to mainstream television. Okay, so this is the box that it comes in. And at the top it says Thunderbirds Go. And it says retractable wings with collector stand, fold up wings, launch wheels, and collector stand for Thunderbird 3. And at the top it's got fast response craft, TB1. Retractable wings, collector stand, includes TB1, TB2 and TB3. Thunderbirds Go die-cast multi-pack. And it's got Thunderbirds Go Collector's Edition and Thunderbirds Go die-cast multi-pack. And you can see an image of Scott, Virgil and Alan Tracy on the bottom right-hand corner. And on the top left-hand corner you can see all of the Tracy brothers. Okay, so that's the front of the box. Let's turn the box around now and have a look at the back. Okay, so I'll turn the box around to the back and this is what we've got. So at the top left-hand corner you see it's got Thunderbirds Go and you've got the 5 Tracy brothers again. And just below that it says Scott Tracy, Thunderbird 1, and his task is the first responder. His team leader, bold and decisive, decision maker, fearless in action, and the oldest and most experienced Tracy brother. And the features on Thunderbird 1 include the avionics, the cockpit, variable flow intake and exhaust, heat shielding, and the VTOL hatch. And specialist equipment, sonar radar, visual spectrum, ultraviolet, electromagnetic field buzzers, isotope shielding, and the Midas anti-detection system. Virgil Tracy, Thunderbird 2, task, demolition, heavy lifting, and logistics. And he's calm, level-headed, and thorough. Peacemaker in the family, skilled in engineering and mechanics, and the largest and strongest of the Tracy brothers. And the specialist equipment is Caroleum support frame, onboard POD assembly factory, electromagnetic cable launcher. And the functionalities or the features of Thunderbird 2, you've got high-speed maneuverable flaps, supercharged intake system, in-flight refueling nozzle, communication and sensors, and the VTOL thruster. And then you've got Alan Tracy, Thunderbird 3. Task is astronaut. He's the youngest and most naturally gifted pilot, almost superhuman reflexes and intense focus, enthusiastic and loves his job, typical teenager, loves sleep almost as much as he loves helping people. And specialist equipment, the grappling grasping arms, interchangeable cargo section, highly advanced heat and radiation shielding. And the features of Thunderbird 3, wing pylons, drill equipment, fine positioning nozzles, the cockpit, extendable sections for arms, primary thrusters, and the secondary thrusters. And at the bottom, you've got ITV Studios, Vivid Imaginations, all their information, the copyright information at the bottom there, thunderbirds.com, and the barcode and the item number. Let's just turn the box to the side. And on the side, you've got, includes TB1, TB2, and TB3. Fold up wings, launch wheels, TB2, carrier of auxiliary rescue equipment, and Thunderbirds Go die-cast multi-pack. Around the other side, you have got Thunderbird 3, and it's got TB3, collector stand, original quick response rocket, and Thunderbirds Go die-cast multi-pack. And we just have a look on the bottom. It says also available in this series Thunderbird 4, Thunderbird 5, Thunderbird S and Fab 1 die-cast vehicles. Vehicles sold separately. And you've got the warning information there and all the barcodes, all the logos and so on. And so remember to separate all materials before recycling and so on. Okay, so that is the box. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to open the box up, get the models out, and let's have a look at them outside of the box. Okay, so I've removed the inner packaging from the box, and this is how they come. So they come on in the tray, and you've got the card at the back. And I'm just going to look at that. Just literally lifts off the top of the plastic, and there we have the models. So let's take out Thunderbird 3. Thunderbird 2 and pop out Thunderbird 1. Now there's two stands in here, and I think one of the stands is for Thunderbird 3 and one is for Thunderbird 1. So let's take out the stands also. So that's the stand, let's get rid of that. And here we have Thunderbird 1. I'm just trying to see, oh yep, so the stand pops on there and you can have Thunderbird 1 in flight, and I'd imagine Thunderbird 3 has got the same. Yep, so there's the hole there, and Thunderbird 3 pops onto the stand just there, and you can display Thunderbird 3. Now Thunderbird 2 doesn't have that. So Thunderbird 2 just has the wheels and the fold-up wings. Yeah, there's no other functionality on Thunderbird 2, but Thunderbird 2 obviously it's got die-cast 3 rolling wheels, so it does slide along the floor. Let's just move those out of the way and let's have a look at Thunderbird 2 as we've got them down. So there we are, and then the wings pop down and Thunderbird 2 can lift off. So it is all die-cast metal at the top. I think that's plastic. It feels like plastic at the bottom. The top sections certainly are die-cast. This is plastic. The thrusters at the back are plastic, and there's plastic parts on the side there. And the base is definitely plastic. The wheels are plastic, and the fold-up wings, they're plastic as well. But yeah, a nice, very nice little model, and it's very detailed to the Thunderbirds Go television series. Now size wise, they're not very big, these models, they're quite small. We're looking at a length of 7 centimeters Thunderbird 2. Height wise, we are looking at 2 centimeters, and if we put the wings back down and we measure across the wing span, we're looking at about 5 centimeters wide. So it's not a very big model, but it is a very nice looking model on Thunderbird 2. And on the bottom it's got ITV Studios, limited public something. I can't quite read what that says. Let's just get me magnifying glass out. Yeah, ITV Studios limited. I can't even read it. Pucaro Pictures 2015, and you've got the Tomica made in Vietnam and the Tommy logo on the bottom there. Okay, so that is Thunderbird 2. So you've got number 2 on the back sides there, and you've got T2 on the wings and 2 on the front, and you've got the stripes going across Thunderbird 2. Okay, so that is Thunderbird 2. Let's now have a look at Thunderbird. Oops, let's look at Thunderbird 1 as I've knocked them off the stand. So again, the body is all die-cast metal. The top section is rubber, and the flaps at the bottom of the rocket are rubber as well, plastic rubber. So I'm guessing that they've done that so they wouldn't break like some of the earlier models did. And you've got the foldable wings. So the wings, oh, I've just put those in, and I now can't get them back out again. But the wings open, and yeah, there you go. So you just put them out. There we are. But again, the wings are rubber or plastic. They're certainly not metal, but the actual main body of Thunderbird 1 is metal. But it is very detailed again, for a model that's very small. It's got made in Vietnam on there. It's got the Tommy logo on the side there. But yeah, very detailed. Again, a nice looking model. Quite small again though. Let's just give it a measure, and we are looking at 7 centimeters again in length. And if we measure across the, dropping these things, measure across the wingspan, we're looking at 3.5 centimeters, and the width wise at the very bottom there, we're looking at 3 centimeters. So again, a small particular model, but a nicely detailed one. TB1 on the sides, Thunderbird on the front there, and number 1 on the bottom. And there of course is the hole for the stand, so you can display it with the wings in or with the wings out. So when it travels, flies vertical, the wings are usually out. So let's pull the wings out. There we go. So there we are. That's Thunderbird 1 flying through the sky. And there we have Thunderbird 3. Let's just take him off the stand. Any functionality on Thunderbird 3? Can't see any functionality at all on here in actual fact. So I think this one is just literally a display model. And I can't really... Okay, so there's... this one actually feels completely plastic. I don't think this one is die-cast at all. I think the whole model... maybe the arms are die-cast, but the rest of it is plastic. So there's not a tremendous amount of die-cast metal on this particular one. And as I say, there's no functionalities on this whatsoever. Top of it is plastic, as you can see, and it's bendable. You've got Thunder 3 on each side, and again, it's got Made in Vietnam and the Tommy logo on there, but that's all that's printed on this one. Size wise, again, I think it's about the same, 7 centimeters. Yep, 7 centimeters, and we're looking at 3 centimeters wide. 3 centimeters. So it's 3. I think it's 3 by 3 by 3 along the sides there. So yeah, I mean, that is Thunderbird 3. So not a great deal you can do with that one apart from display it. So these really are display models. There's no real playability on these models. That's going down. Let's put the stand around the other way, and there Thunderbird 3 is taken off. So there we have the 3 Thunderbird die-cast machines. So how well did these do? Well, certainly not as good as they did in the 1990s. Thunderbirds Go, I think it ran for about three or four seasons. It just wasn't as popular as the original Thunderbirds television series was. Don't get me wrong, had good ratings, and it was shown on Saturday mornings for kids, which is probably the best time to show the kids programs. And yeah, so the ratings wasn't too bad, but I think after, I think it was 78 episodes that they made, and it was over a series of 3 seasons, and they aired between 2015 and 2020. So yeah, I mean, there was a lot of episodes made, but as I say, I don't think the reception was as good as what they expected it to be based on the original Thunderbirds. I mean, I think the concept was very good. The characters were a little bit different to the original ones that we got used to, but obviously the Thunderbird machines were pretty much the same. The equipment and the futuristic concept of the series was also very good. Now, how well did the toys do? Well, as I say, the toys not as good as the original release of the Thunderbird toys that Vivid Imaginations done in the 90s when the original Thunderbirds returned to the screen. They done fabulously well then, but not so well on these new range. Although the quality of these new models are absolutely fantastic, I've got to say, in comparison to the 90s. But then technology has moved on so much. But unfortunately, they just wasn't as popular as the original release, so they didn't sell as well. And I don't think the quantities were produced that the original run produced. So, yeah, not as popular as one would have hoped. However, now, we're only getting on for 10 years now since these were produced. They are now becoming very collectible, because obviously the series has been off air now for nearly 5 years. And obviously the items have gone into that collectability market now, and they're now becoming quite difficult to find. They do still pop up on the platforms, don't get me wrong, but certainly not as popular as or as frequently as they used to be. So they are becoming harder and harder to find. But as usual, we at Midas Touch have managed to find quite a few of these collector series model kit sets, and they're currently available to purchase on the Midas Touch website, which you can get to quite simply by clicking the link below. It will take you straight to the website where you'll be able to find this and many other vintage Thunderbird items, and many other vintage toys, games and collectibles come to that. There's over 10,000 products currently available on the website for you to view and purchase at your leisure. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button, because we're uploading videos for every new item that goes into the website. There will be something for everybody, and I'm absolutely positive that you're not going to want to miss this, because we literally have thousands and thousands of new products which we're shooting videos for and uploading on a daily basis. So if there's something in particular you are looking for, something old that you've never been able to find, something quirky that you might want to buy for a friend, or maybe just something from your childhood that you'd like to own again to help you recuperate those long lost childhood memories, well, stay tuned, keep watching, because you never know the next item we upload could be that item you've been looking for. Okay, that is it for me on this particular item. I do hope you've enjoyed this very short video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again next time.